What's going on, internet? Welcome to another video. Feeling a little bit more lighthearted today. The last few videos have been a bit dull, and I feel like we need to kind of change the mood a bit up in here. I mean, look at the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing a Christmas shirt. Get triggered. The thing about this is that it's midway through November, so it's fine to have a little bit of Christmas cheer. It's when I just see shops playing music and it's not even November yet. That's what really bugs me, but we'll get onto that in another video. Also, might I just say that the hat thing that I had in the second video just got so much feedback on. Everyone was going, "What are you wearing a hat for?" I explained in the video why I was wearing a hat. People don't seem to realise that if you accidentally do something wrong to this sort of hair that's so short, it never moves out of place ever. So basically, I had to wear a hat in order to cover it up. People were thinking that I was lying and that I was just trying to wear something stupid, and I would never do that ever in my life. So today I just really wanted to go on to a topic which I've wanted to talk about for a while, which is sleep. Now, sleep is one of those amazing things. It must be what taking weed feels like. You just kind of drift off and everything's so chill. But the problem with me at the moment is that I'm not really getting enough sleep. I used to stick to a very strict sleeping pattern when I was at sixth form back like half a year ago, and then over the summer I maintained that sleeping pattern in order for the transition from summer holidays to university, in order for it to be the easiest possible thing. And also this is to do with the fact that I was working quite a lot at the time. I had two jobs going on. I was a tennis coach and a waiter at the same time, so having a good sleeping pattern really helped me get through those days. But now I'm starting to kind of slip out of this routine that I have, because it's getting more and more difficult to routinely go to bed at 11 o'clock, which is what I used to do. I used to go to bed at 11 and I used to wake up at 8. So I'd have the 9 hours of sleep. You're meant to have 8 hours in order for you to have a healthy immune system, a healthy way of living, and to be generally happy in life. And the reason why I'm feeling very happy right now is because I got like 11 hours sleep last night. I went to bed early and I got up late because it's a Saturday. So the weekend's here. Woo, partying, getting drunk and stuff. Probably going to be doing that tonight, but it's fine. So during the weeks when I do a lot of coursework, I like to get the bulk of my coursework done during the week, so the weekend feels like time off. I don't want to feel like I'm working deliberately over the weekend in order for it to be, a holiday. It doesn't feel like a holiday. I tend to see the weekend as a 2-day holiday, but it doesn't feel like a holiday if you're working all the time and you're having to stretch your day out regimentally, which is what I usually do. I usually make lists. I usually plan my day out in order for me to see how many hours I'm going to have to work that day in order for me to be the most productive I can be. But on the weekend, I see it as an opportunity to relax, kick back, not do anything. Don't need to think about anything. I can just sit, lie on my bed. I can go back to sleep in the morning. I can get up late. I can do whatever I want to do, apart from the badminton, which I have from 12 until 3, but we won't go into that because that is something else which I want to get into at another point. Also, I feel like I really need to start doing more exercise at the moment. I'm kind of just either sat here doing nothing or going out and trying to be productive in other ways, like, getting food and going to lectures and going shopping and stuff for things that I need, not recreational shopping like shoes and stuff. I'm not like that. And then on one Saturday, I decide to do 3 hours of sport, really hardcore, fast-paced, quick tempo sport, and it kills me. Literally 2 days after I finish, I am dying. My arms are hurting, my shoulders hurting, my ribs are hurting, because it's a very strenuous sport, badminton, when you move your muscles quickly, and especially when you don't do it very often, so your muscles just get absolutely eviscerated. But anyway, back into the topic of sleep. I've been getting less and less sleep now. It's about 6 or 7 hours a night, which is just under the healthy amount, but I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to start doing it again. There wasn't really a point where I used to sleep never. There was a point where I used to sleep about 4 hours. That's literally because I stayed up for an all-nighter one night, and then my body clock just completely reset. It was like I'd never gone to sleep before. I just couldn't find out how to get to sleep. I tried various different positions, sleeping on my stomach, sleeping on my back, left, right. Didn't know what I was doing, and it was always just so hot. It was during the summer as well. It was just awful. Literally, I didn't get any more than about 4 hours sleep for about 2 weeks. I looked dead. But to be fair, currently I probably could be an auditioning member from Kung Fu Panda the amount of bags I have under my eyes. To be fair, when I get more sleep, the bags tend to come down underneath my eyes. I don't know why this happens. I might need to Google it and see like a reason. I'll probably be back with that in a second. So it turns out that when you are tired or when you have a lack of sleep, your body retains more fluid, so the blood vessels under your eyes come closer to the surface, which is disgusting but also quite fascinating. So that's an interesting thing that I learned, which is also very gross. But anyway, so lack of sleep can be terrible for you. It can cause an error of judgment in everyday life. You tend not to think particularly well. Earlier this week, when I didn't sleep very much, when I had a cold, I was up all night sneezing, I couldn't get to sleep, my body temperature was sky high, so I couldn't really do anything, couldn't get comfortable enough to sleep. The next day I had a 9 AM lecture and I turned up and it was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever done as a university so far. I've gone out partying until 4 in the morning, had a sleep and got up for a lecture like the next day and still been better than I was then. I just couldn't function at all. I was literally just sat there like, help. So I would personally say that getting more sleep is probably healthier for you than going out and running every day. I think personally, I feel like you feel better about yourself when you have a lot of sleep, and you don't become as dependent on it. You don't have as many naps. A lot of people that I know who nap regularly, mainly because of the fact that they don't get enough sleep. And the day is just so productive. You can be productive doing so much during the day. You can get work done, you can get things crossed off your list that like when you have that massive list of things that you want to do but will never have time to do. If you do things in a productive way, you will eventually be able to start crossing those things off that list. I feel like this conversation's kind of just diverted from being about sleep to being about my lifestyle and being about how I organise everything all the time. Just kind of ignore that. We'll probably end it here anyway. But I forgot to mention, guys, in the last few videos that I've done, I have a Facebook page now called Brain Freeze, and I would like you guys to go and like it because I post things there occasionally about interesting things that I find on the internet, for example, and obviously you'll be able to see my new videos there as well, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you like this video, then drop it a little like rating. I'll see you guys soon.